Would you say I have a reasonable understanding of how to execute these various sex acts problems?
Yes.
How awesome is that?
What you're doing is disgusting. Listen, lady. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well today. It is a lovely Friday afternoon in Portugal. We're having a good time. The weather's fantastic. It cleared up after yesterday. Look at these lovely orange rooftops behind me. They're fantastic. Quite liking it out here. And in case you didn't know, good to be back, Ninja Creeper. Good to see you. In case you guys didn't know, I created a TikTok this last week, and boy, oh boy, TikTok is next level stupid. If you're coming from, look, I had a conversation with my buddy Tom today. He said, I wondered where all the really cancerous like comments you used to see on YouTube, they've all gone to TikTok. Because as our attention spans are reducing more and more and more, people are just resort simpler forms of entertainment. So YouTube is too long. YouTube is too complicated. It's too much talking, too much time involved. Just give me everything in like 5 seconds. That's what everyone's saying these days. Yeah, like direct dopamine straight to my eyeballs. Oh, and voila, TikTok has come about. And I know my good friend Myron Gaines Myron and Fresh Prince CEO from the Fresh podcast blew up on TikTok not too long ago, saying some pretty controversial stuff. So I had my assistant was like, "Look, give it a try. Do some stuff. Do some quick videos, kind of like what you do on YouTube. The little bite-sized advice videos I do on YouTube. We broke them down, started putting them out on TikTok. I thought, all right, we'll see what happens here. See how long it's going to take for me to get cancelled." And I'm not cancelled yet, which is great. And okay, I'll tell you, before we jump in and look at some of the idiotic comments, I will say one thing. I will say that there are actually quite a lot of women agreeing with everything I'm saying, jumping in the comment sections of my videos. So that is at least one thing I've got going for me on there. It's so funny though that the users that are disagreeing with me and are saying my advice is bullshit are men. I am a man. I have a penis. I use that penis for work. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But random internet user 27485 clearly knows better than I do. I mean, how much of a loser do you have to be to not even pick a fucking username? Oh, anyway. So I thought we could have a bit of fun today. This is not going to be educational. This is purely vitriolic. This is purely for my own amusement, and I thought you guys could enjoy a good chuckle along with me as we mock some people who have the IQ of wet toast. Tom's having a good chuckle in the background here as well. Dumb as a bag of rocks. Oh boy. Good. Look, see, someone's already agreed. Riley's agreed with me instantly. Good afternoon, Stirling. TikTok is terrible. Thank you. Thank you, Riley. I agree. And it did not get banned. Danny, good to see you as always, my friend. Good morning, all you filthy animals and your fellow bin chickens. Top shots, Tyron. TikTok is so cringe. Yes, it is. Here's the funny thing. I've noticed about TikTok. So I've had a couple of had a couple of videos kind of do quite well already, considering I'm very, very new on the platform. Well, I've got like one that's got like 800,000 views, one that's got like 700,000 views already. Did all right. And it blows me away when I if you scroll through TikTok for like a few minutes, it took me a grand total of about a minute to film this 30-second video that now has like 1 million views on it or whatever, right? And then I'm just talking, I'm just giving advice on what I know. Like, it's my specialty. Sure, I have a very niche specialty. Sure, it's something that a lot of guys want to hear. Maybe that explains a bit of it. But then I look at the effort people are putting in to some of these videos, like the dancing and they're twerking and they're twisting and they're doing all kinds of green screen stuff behind them, and they're stitching lots of stuff together to try and be funny and comedians. And I look at it and it's like had like 4 views. And I'm like, you poor bastard. You just like, is this all the time you have? Like, do you have nothing else going for you? You're going to spend your entire day stitching together something on a platform that is predominantly like teenage girls. Let's be honest. There's no one of like gravitas is on there actually using the platform. People like me on there hacking the system, like taking advantage of the fact that it's a new source of traffic. We're trying to lure people off that, if anything else. We're trying to lure people off TikTok to a place like YouTube where we can, or maybe Twitter, where we can actually engage their mind logically. Heaven forbid, if they have a mind left after being on TikTok for long enough. You know, and if there's anyone here who has joined my channel recently from TikTok, welcome. You are not who I'm talking about, because you are smart enough to check out my YouTube channel and actually watch something. You are the exception to the rule. Welcome. Stop ruining your brain with TikTok. Come on over to YouTube. Come on. Even better, actually. Come on. Here's something I'm going to promote really quickly for everyone who's watching. I back up my content. Everything you see here on my YouTube channel, I also back it up on Rumble. The link is in the description down below. I also, and I highly, highly recommend you guys check this out, I also upload all my stuff to Library. Library is actually a blockchain-based alternative to YouTube. It is fantastic. You can get the Library is the name of the company. They have a token, Library Coin. And they also have like a mobile app called Odyssey. It's the exact same thing. It is far, far superior to YouTube. If you subscribe to somebody, you actually see their videos pop up in your feed. It's amazing. Centralized, cancel culture immune. They can't cancel people on it because it's blockchain based. So if you are sick of YouTube, then follow me on Library. The link is down below in the description. I'd highly encourage you guys to jump on Library, check it out. In my opinion, that's the future. That's where things are going. I'm beyond crypto. I quite like crypto, and if we can get away from big tech censorship in this, and at the same time, I am all about it. So I'm uploading all my stuff there as well. So if you prefer to watch me there, then check it out there. Anyway, Brave Birds for the win says TikTok showed me that people have zero self-awareness. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Gabriel. Look, all those women just want to sleep with me. Yeah, probably. Yeah, there's a few in the comments who are, well, here's the thing: the ones that are like super like agreeing with me are like the ones who are like, you can tell by their small bio picture they're like 40 years old and divorced. So they're looking for a bit of attention on TikTok. Oh well, good for them. All right, who we get to? Gabriel, I'm in Portugal right now. Republic of Awesome, it's good to see you in the chat as always, my friend. Welcome back. Marty, good to see you again, my friend. Haven't seen you for a while. Oh dear God, I'm not going to put that comment up. That's a terrible comment. Brave Bird. Yeah, that's funny, Ninja. There has not been any feminine TikTok challenges, just thirst trapping TikTok. You're absolutely right there with that comment. Yeah, and look, I don't encourage anyone who is watching this to download TikTok. Your IQ will drop by about 20 points. Your brain will be fried. You'll feel a deep sense of shame and guilt. Your parents will disown you. If you have any ancestors, they will, speak of you in hushed tones. If you so much as download that app. So you're here. Here's the right place to get information. But he's absolutely right. So I've managed the algorithm on TikTok actually does work. Like it actually sort of shows you stuff that you're kind of more interested in. My feed was initially just because as soon as you start this app, I guarantee you within like the first 5 swipes, you're going to find some girl thought trapping you, like shaking her butt or like, I don't know, showing off her titties or something like that in the first 5 swipes. So if you ignore that enough, you start getting like information. But not everyone has the power to do that. And like you said, there's absolutely no like housewife challenges going around on TikTok. Here's how you bake a cake. Not happening. Or if it is happening, it's a dude doing it. It's not a chick doing it. Marlon, good for you. You can honestly say, I've never been or watched anything in TikTok. Don't do it. Keep your dignity. Let's just going to catch up with you guys in the chat before I show you some fun examples here. Good man, Greg B. Crypto is the game. More than doubled my cash over the year. Well done, sir. Congratulations. Well done, man. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, exactly, Marty. You'll feel better watching filthy pornography than you will watching TikTok. And you're supporting me if you watch filthy pornography, so they double benefit. Don't watch pornography. Yeah, exactly, Barry Bird. Millions of years of evolution for TikTok to come around. We thought that our attention spans couldn't get any smaller, and then voila, we came up with this shit. Yes. TikTokers will drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. Anyway, let's look at some stupid comments, shall we, guys? Where do we start? How do we start anyway, really? Let's go with this window. Oh, this is my favorite one. Okay, cool. So you guys can see that. I'm going to zoom in a bit here. Bam. So this is a video I did about a good exercise for improving your bedroom performance, right? So for getting better thrusting power, and I recommend the deadlift. And let's just take a quick peek at some of these. Look at this first friggin' comment. Not true. This man, this random person, Jake, whose avatar is some cringy fucking soy boy with love hearts in his eyes. Dear God, grow a penis, Jake. Deadlifts are a waste, more likely to get hurt than get gains. Well, you sound like somebody who can't lift a paper bag. Tell already that this man has less muscle mass on him than a starved gerbil. And there's a really interesting comment. There's a few similar comments to this as I scroll down here. High reward, but high risk? Who's teaching people to deadlift like an idiot? Have these men never, there's a thing called YouTube. Maybe if you got off TikTok and went onto YouTube, you might be able to learn how to deadlift properly and not fuck your back up. See, 40-year-old woman, I love big, strong hands. You're right. I'm right. There was a really good, funny one here. Deadlifts, you really have to know what you're doing to not harm yourself. These are the kind of guys who work out with pulley machines. Is that what these guys do? Have they never been to a gym before? Cash is the most powerful thing to impress her. I should be the next Wolverine. That's not that bad. I broke my back. I don't know if it's worth it. I'm 100% correct. See, this guy kind of looks like he actually works out. This guy looks a little bit Chad. Look, his body language is good. He's got cool glasses on. He's got a beard. There was one here. Use trenbolone. Yeah, this idiot. He says squats are safer and work better than... How, on what planet are squats safer than deadlifts? Here's how I know this guy isn't squatting properly. Here's how I know his ass isn't going to the floor. Because he thinks squats are safer than deadlifts. if you're doing squats properly, they're way more dangerous. You're lifting heavy and you're doing squats properly, they're way more dangerous than a deadlift. A deadlift you can bail out of. A squat, you're going to get crushed. It is much, much safer doing a deadlift than it is doing a squat. But look, let me know in the chat, in the comments here, right? Am I wrong? Am I just like a deadlift purist? Or do you guys here actually know how to lift weights? There's a few key cues for doing the deadlift, like break the bar, get the knee to your shins, engage your lower back first, right? Drive through with your hips, keep your back straight. Start light and then learn how to execute form properly. I feel like a lot of guys, these guys are probably just jumping in the gym, throwing weights around, not really knowing what they're doing, not being patient enough to. Hence why they're on TikTok, because they got low attention spans, but not patient enough to start really, really light and correct your form before trying to add decent weight on here. Oh my God. I say a prayer to every known and unknown god between squat reps. See, there you go. Squats are the ones that'll like crush you. Soy boy riot, exactly. Deadlift is life. Correct, Jimmy. Yeah, obviously this guy was not deadlifting correctly. Ha! Nice one, Ryan. I found you on a porn video once and had to turn it off. It's like seeing a friend. See, now you know, like, because you know my personality, you can't watch me do porn. So that means you have to get off Pornhub. Haha, I'm doing you a favor. Absolute heresy, exactly. It is like watching a dumpster fire. Pretty much. Let's, while we're here, smash the like button. Make sure we get things up in the algorithm. Romanian deadlifts are great. I agree. Yeah, weightlifting is essential to life. Bingo. And look, the big four: squat, deadlift, bench, overhead press. Like, to be a functional, fit, strong man, you want to be good with all these different lifts. You know, it's pretty simple. Yes, Alex. I just made a TikTok account at the beginning of the week, and we're realizing how cringy it is. Oh, great. Jeffrey followed me on TikTok. Jeffrey, what did I tell you? Get off it. Thank you, Marty. I only watch Stirling's hilarious acting, and then I turn it off before the real stuff happens. Well, thank you. That's I was nominated for the best actor of the year this year. Exactly, all the guys that I know exactly know what they are talking about when they say they deadlift for better sex. Because, as I explained in the video, which these troglodytes can't understand, is that it improves your thrusting power, and that's the fun part about the deadlift. Is that thrusting power equals penetration strength, more likely to get an orgasm. And fun fact is girls actually look at dudes' butts more than most guys realize. And deadlifts and squats give you a nice toit posterior. If a woman's looking at your butt, if a woman's checking out your butt, subconsciously she's thinking, thrusting power, this guy can get me pregnant. That's the attraction cue that's going on there. You're laughing, Tom. It's true. I'm loving this. Zion Moore. Hey, Stirling. Just joined. How's the TikTok experience? I personally hate the app. Well done. I love you guys. You do a fantastic. What did I have next here? Let's just pick another random one. There's a few funny ones here, and I've gone through and I've deliberately picked the cringiest comment I could find in there. Oh, here we go. This is just get off that for a second so I can actually read it. Oh, go away. Yeah. This old fellow right here. What was this video about? This was about this food will help stiffen your sausage. this gentleman here has said, does they making these videos have these problems or helps people with these problems? Research or experience? Try clicking the fucking bio, you moron. Like, this is exactly the kind of thing that happens when someone like this is for anyone who's a content creator will have a similar experience to this, or an author or anything, where people will email you a question when they could have Googled, they could have taken the exact same text and put that text into Google and found the answer they're looking for. But instead, they think it's better to take up your time so you can either Google it for them or tell them, or say, be the Google for them. This is what this man has done here. So he decides to post in the comments, trying to find out who I am, rather than clicking on the goddamn bio of the person who posted the video to find out who I am. That is staggeringly lazy. Next level. Next level. It just made my appointment at the plastic surgeon for arse implants. Well done, Jeffrey. Although I would prefer if you just hit the gym and do some squats and deadlifts. There you go. I believe Gabriella said, I believe Rollo said doing leg workouts boosts your testosterone. Well, any big movement, like any what they call compound lift, will help boost testosterone because it's like it recruits more muscle fibers. It's like a bigger response from the body. So it helps to boost testosterone levels. That's why compound lifts are so good. Republic, low IQ, time wasters. So that was that one. Let's keep going. Which video was this? I think it was fine. Oh no, I lost my place. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. This is another good one. Boom. So this is a video I did where I said, look, if you want to stay out in the bedroom, and this is advice I give to guys all the time on this channel, if they have like boner problems, if they have like performance anxiety issues, or if they feel like they're coming across the wrong, if the dynamic is wrong in the bedroom, they're coming across wrong in the bedroom, right? I recommend guys to adopt more of a selfish frame mind in the bedroom, because a lot of guys can be too eager to please her, right? And this can ironically shoot you in the foot sometimes. It can make you more nervous. It can make you, get in your head. It can make you it can make you very outcome dependent. Double thing, because the outcome is if you're so desperate to make a woman orgasm, right? That's the outcome you're dependent upon, and you need that outcome to happen for your self-esteem, for your self-confidence, for your self-worth. Problem is, though, that outcome is not entirely under your control. A lot of it is, but it's not entirely. There's lots of factors that she brings to the table, like what kind of day she was having, like if it's the first time you've been with this girl before, like what her background is sexually, like what her relationship with what her mind-body connection is to her orgasm, how easy it is for her to orgasm, all these few different factors in there which are actually out of your control, right? So by tying your outcome dependence to that thing, you are shooting yourself in the foot. And that's kind of what I'm saying in this video. Like, ironically, if you want to stand out, being the guy who isn't overly needy and overly desperate to please her, who doesn't come across that way, who comes across as the guy who gets laid a lot. Surprise, surprise. The guy who acts a bit more selfish and treats her like his private fuck doll to a degree. That communicates a lot of things. It communicates a guy that you're an attractive guy, that you have options, that you get laid a lot. And this, in and of itself, is a turn on for her in the bedroom. It's more likely it's going to make her more wet, and it's actually more likely to get her to orgasm from penetration when you're doing it. So, but obviously this was far too nuanced of an idea for TikTok to grasp, as is demonstrated by this man's comment. So the key to being a good lover is to be a shitty lover. Why do I even bother sometimes? Why do I even bother? I've got a couple more here for you guys. I'm not going to go on forever. I've been ranting for a while already, but Carlos. Yes, Carlos, before I dive into this one. Tracy, good to see you. Love from Glasgow. Good to see you. It would suck if he never learns the truth. Maybe. Yeah, well, that's his problem. If he's not, look, at this point, if you're not listening to my advice, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Yes, Ryan, that's it. Boosting testosterone levels and human growth hormone goes with heavy weights. It goes with compound exercises. Yeah, human growth hormone response is far greater with compound exercises too, Ryan. Yep. Where we get to? Ask holes, lol. Carlos says, library is the future. Glad you recommended it. Go subscribe to my channel. It's in the link down below, in the description down below. Check it out. Check it out. Once you try library, you won't want to go back to YouTube. You'll be like, damn, this is way better. And here's the fun thing. You can tell your, if there's people on whose channel you follow, right? If there's other people whose channels you follow, comment on their videos, say, hey, can you upload this to library or check out library? Because there's an automatic syncing feature between YouTube and library. So basically all you have to do as a creator, for me, I just click one button and bam, my entire YouTube is automatically synced and uploaded to library without me doing a damn thing. It is amazing. Fantastic tech. Highly recommend it. Yep. Yeah, exactly. The cringiest comments, Jeffrey, are coming from the profiles of no avatar and some random username of numbers. Yep. Yeah, exactly, Zion. Yeah, we sort of live in this little bubble of guys online in this sort of space. It's especially if you're hanging around with dudes who are like-minded, like in real life. If you don't have a 9-to-5 job like I do, granted, when I go on set, basically everyone on set is blue pill as fuck. But in your personal life, if you're hanging around with dudes who are not blue pill, you forget how brainwashed a lot of society is, how completely ass backwards the advice guys believe to be the truth is. So, yeah. Happy to remind you once again, Zion. Jesus Christ. James Doyle, if cancer and AIDS had a child, they would name it TikTok. I like this. All right, which one we get up to? What's next? Here's another fun one for you. Oh, was that the one? Oh, yeah, here we go. So my favorite thing is when people just get into arguments in the comments section of my videos. Because it just helps my friggin' algorithms shoot to the roof. Helps my videos get more views. But I find it hilarious. Like that you have that, like, who has the time to sit there and argue with somebody in the comments section of a TikTok video? You have nothing going for you in life. Don't let that be anyone who's watching my channel. You people are leveling up. You are improving life. You're hitting the gym. You're making money. You're getting better with chicks. It's knocking them out of the park. You're giving them orgasm after orgasm. All right. You are not like this. You don't waste your time. All right. I don't want anyone watching this to be wasting their time on such frivolous nonsense. However, right now we're having a laugh, but there's also a lesson to this. As you noticed, I'm explaining why I'm correct in all these videos and giving you some more advice. This guy. So in this video, I talk about. What am I talking about? Oh yeah, I said in this video that if you lose your boner, it's some more advice for you guys. If you ever lose your boner during sex, the first thing you do not ever want to do in that situation is apologize. Don't. You never want to apologize for that shit. Never. There's a few reasons why. If you apologize, you set the frame in both her mind and your mind that she's on a pedestal. You set the front, because if you're apologizing, why apologize? You'd apologize if you feel like she's better than you and you're disappointing and you're letting her down. So, first and foremost, that's a terrible idea. And second of all, it takes away any responsibility she might feel for the problem. So it's like, oh, well, he's lost a boner. It's all him. Like, he has a problem. Not, oh, I might have done something to turn him off, which is very likely. So I might want to figure out what that is. Apologizing you should never be apologizing for shit that is like not directly your fault and that is not causing anyone else any harm. Just stop apologizing in general is a pretty good rule for life. And I, as a proud Australian, as someone who's grown up in the Commonwealth, English people have this problem too. Australians have this problem. Canadians have this problem. We have this innate. It's kind of built into our DNA almost. It's part of our society, part of our culture, where we just apologize for damn near everything. We're like, oh, I'm sorry. You say that all the fucking time, and I have to try and stop that crap from coming out of my mouth because I don't mean it. I'm not actually sorry. What I mean to say is, excuse me, like I got in your way or something like that. Like, pardon me, let me through. I'm not sorry about something because I didn't do anything bad. So this is the kind of point I'm making here is, if that happens, don't apologize. Because another thing it does for you is it stops you from going into this negative thought spiral. Because if you apologize, you start to self-deprecate and you start to lower your self-confidence and your self-worth, and that is a negative spiral, which will absolutely prevent you from getting your boner back, getting your mojo back. It'll really shoot you in the foot. And so as this guy said is, Cap, if you can't stay hard, she'll find someone who will. Now he's right and he's wrong here. Obviously, if you can't stay hard, if you can't perform in the bedroom, yeah, she's not gonna stick around. Sure, I agree with that. That's not the point of the video, though. The point of the video, which again, nuance doesn't really seem to work too well on a good old TikTok. The nuance is that you've given yourself a chance for round 2. And I gave this specific bit of advice to another guy on a coaching call a while ago, and it was because he had this problem. And I said the first thing you want to do is you don't want to apologize, because if you don't apologize, say you might be having a bad day. Maybe you said at work, I don't know. Maybe you drank too much caffeine. You've had too much. Maybe you got whiskey dick. Whatever it might be. Right? If you're not apologizing, you blow it off. You walk it off like it's no big deal. Right? That actually opens up the opportunity for another encounter with this woman, because she's not sure why that happened. If you apologize, she's like, oh shit, it was him. Like, he's the problem. She's infinitely less likely to give you another shot. You see where I'm going with this, guys? I hope this is helpful. I hope this is useful. Hope you guys are learning something here. And I agree here, Ninja. In general, saying sorry to chicks should not be part of your vocabulary. Absolutely. Unless you accidentally knock someone down some stairs, sure, then you can apologize. Don't apologize for things that are not your fault, or that you're not real about. Yeah. Exactly, Primark. Exactly, mate. Arguing with anonymous strangers online is a way to improve your life. Life hack. I did not know that, Rage Guy. Militaries have banned TikTok. I did not know that. And Republic of Awesome, you're absolutely right. TikTok is actually Vine 2.0. This was tried. Like, Vine did this. How old is Vine? I can't remember. But I remember Vine. It wasn't around that long. It was only around for like a year or two. And then I think did Instagram buy Vine, or did YouTube buy Vine? Someone bought them. I think it might have been Instagram. And it disappeared. It went away. And like TikTok, Vine was exactly like this. And then, but we had too long of an attention span then. Slightly too long. But now, 10 years later, or whatever it is, bang. Those attention spans have disappeared. So TikTok took off now. I think that's super fascinating. I'm glad you brought that up. As always, smash the like button while you're still here. Let's keep going on down here. Yep. Oh, was it Twitter that bought Vine, Ghost Cat? You say Vine was killed by Twitter's mismanagement. That's interesting. I didn't know. I thought someone else bought them. I didn't know Twitter bought them. Apparently Periscope. I mean, I'm actually streaming on Periscope right now, technically, Davina, and apparently that website is gonna go away. But Twitter's just integrating it into like a video feature, I think. That's something I think I remember seeing something about that. Anyway, smash the like button while you're here. Let's keep on going. We've got another couple here, I'm sure. There's never-ending supplies of cringe on that website. What do we have here on this one? Here we go. What was this one? Oh, these two are great. So in this video, I was talking about... What was I talking about? In this video, I was talking about... viewing sex as a reward is terrible for your relationship, which it is. So a lot of the time, the typical blue pill mentality of, male-female relationship, especially with like husband and wife dynamic, especially with that, sex is used as like a weapon by the woman to like get like she'll dangle the carrot over him and be like, oh, take the trash out, do the dishes, like do some crap, and then maybe he'll give you a BJ or something, some shit like that, right? So she's using sex as a reward, right? This is a terrible dynamic. The cause of this stems back to the beginning of the relationship. It stems back to the frame you set early on the relationship. Credit Roller Damasi for that bit of knowledge. But it's so if you're at that point, I would highly recommend reading some of Rollo's books on this, because Preventative Medicine, fantastic book, by the way. Probably my favorite of all of his books, Preventative Medicine. But that's something that's a frame problem that needs to be fixed in a relationship, right? So what I'm saying here in this video is sex is a mutually beneficial thing for both you and her. It is not a win-lose situation. It's a win-win situation. Sex isn't like she loses, you win. She does something she doesn't want to do. Oh, God, I have to touch his penis. And then you're like, yay, someone touched my pee-pee. That's not what sex is. Sex, especially if you know what the fuck you're doing in the bedroom, sex should be more of a win for her than it is for you. Because, well, yeah, you get yourself off, but you just fucked her 6 ways from Sunday, blew her mind. She wants your babies. That's how good of a dicking down you gave her. She's like, I want to keep this guy. That's actually a healthy dynamic in a relationship. And so I said that in this video. And this guy said, I don't know what guys you're hanging around with, but that's a bunch of fucking bullshit. This guy is either delusional or he's like only ever hung around like a mega red pill dude, which I find very hard to believe with an anonymous username. Guys are so like, what did someone say in the chat before? Someone said that a lot of guys lack self-awareness. There's this tremendous lack of self-awareness. Like, I think there was a few more comments in here from women saying like, what kind of like older women, you can tell by their bios. What kind of woman does that in a relationship? I can guarantee that some old, if your profile picture makes you look like an old Karen, I guarantee that you've done this to like an ex-husband at some point. They're just so unaware of their own like naggy behavior, they don't even realize they're doing it. And this guy here below, this guy has an avatar. So, you can't decide on a name, but at least he has an avatar. As soon as I figured out it was about the woman and serving her pleasures, I was a better lover and got so much more out of it. This is the frame. This is kind of what I was talking about in the last video. This kind of frame of like, this frame of mind of viewing sex as a reward for you and viewing sex as like you're so desperate, you have to please her. You should get to the point where, like, I'm not saying want to please your partner. It's not what I'm saying. And if it sounds like that, please let me know, because I need to drill that home. But pleasing her should be a consequence of being good in bed. It shouldn't necessarily be the be all and end all and the outcome that you're dependent upon. That's kind of like where I'm trying to get you guys, is like the frame of mind you're coming from and the skill set you have in the bedroom. Her orgasming and her falling in love with your dick is an inevitable consequence of your skill set. That's where I want you guys to get to. And And that's a frame of mind that's a very powerful frame of mind. It's good. It's a good frame of mind for the relationship in general. It keeps her addicted. It keeps her coming back for more. It keeps her loyal. It keeps her pleasant. Women don't nag you when they're being dicked down properly. Surprise, surprise. You know? And I think this guy obviously looks a bit like a boomer. Looks a bit blue-pilled. So I would advise against that frame of mind. There's nothing wrong with being a good lover. It's fun being a good lover. And you should put effort into developing the skills to be a good lover. But do it for you, if that makes sense. Do it for developing the skill set. Do it for, like, better phrase. Do it for the power trip of knowing that you can rock a girl's world, rock any girl's world with this skill set. Time to get a whore. Hey, Bull Rush. Good to see you, my friend. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm not back in the States right now. I'm in Portugal, my friend. Hence the lovely white buildings with the red tile roofs over here behind me in the background. Yeah, exactly, doing this is kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, she wants to use sex as a weapon. Call her bluff. What do you got to lose? Because here's the thing: if you're letting her use sex as a weapon in a relationship, you've already lost. You're already fucked. So you might as well, like, you've got one chance. So either you eject out of the relationship, or you put your foot down, set some boundaries, call her bluff, and you stand a chance of at least fixing the dynamic in the relationship. Because the dynamic's shit. So it's either you eject and be like, call it a day, and you're like, all right, cut your losses, or you can at least go full ham and try and call her bluff and flip the frame a bit. That's your choice. That's your choice, basically. I can see you, Danny. Yeah, your comments are visible. Where we get to? Oh, if you're getting comments, yeah, there's certain keywords that you can't say in the chat. YouTube will automatically delete it. Same in the comments section down below. Yeah. Where we get to? Oops. Here we go. So what's the sort of stuff I like to hear? I've never been bad in bed, but after Stirling's professional tips, how she looks at me 24/7 is dynamite. See, I like this. That's what I'm here. This is what I do when I do. To hear awesome stories like I have a folder of screenshots of every testimonial I get, because believe me, everyone who is watching this, I read every comment, I read every email. Sometimes it takes me a while to reply to them, but I read all of them. I read every tweet, I read every DM I get. I read all of them, and every time I see, if there's a testimonial like that, or someone praising my work, or someone telling me how my work has improved them, I screenshot that shit and I save it for posterity, because it's great seeing you guys level up. It makes me all warm and tingly inside. Where do we get to? Bingo, Bull Rush. Exactly. The only reason a girl would use sex as leverage is because she perceives having no other options. Because if she perceives you as a guy who has options, she can't leverage sex, because you're going to get fucked by some other chick. That's that. Exactly, Bull Rush. I got a couple more. Let's get these. Let's knock these out of the park. Any more cringiness? Who was this one? Oh, this is great. Okay, first of all, this guy thinks I look like Johnny Sins. Thank you. Oh no, I'm going to move that. But it's go away. This one. You can tell this is like some kind of a bit of like, anti-porn hater. We get it's fun. It's kind of funny. As a porn star, I get like, it's very, very common for me to get Christian, like pretty fundamentalist Christians saying stuff like this coming after me. The girls get this a ton, but I get it a bunch as well. And it's ironic because I tend to have a lot more in common with with traditional Christian values than I do with most porn stars. It's kind of hilarious. If they actually took the time to sit down and watch this live stream, they might find that out. But it's easy to just judge strangers on the internet because it's a lot more fun too. It says, oh, the achievements you've made. Actually, you've made no achievement but deteriorate our society through your filth. This society was filth before I got here. Enjoy, as Aaron Clary might say, enjoy the decline. Here's the thing, guys. You are not going to correct the course of Western society, in my opinion. It is on the decline. It is degenerate. We've let it go too far. My buddy has this really good analogy when it comes to like conservatism. It's like, say, like political stuff, like conservatives like on the right and then progressives on the left. The whole point of conservatives was to try and like put a stake in the ground and hold. So imagine society, right? Society is on this like a society is a stick in the ground, and wherever it is dictates like the values of that society, right? So the idea, this is a mental picture I've got in my head. So, and you have a conservative and a progressive, and they're tethered to one another by a rope. And the conservative is a guy that's holding this, like trying to hold his position and keep the stake in the ground. And the progressive is a guy who's pulling him he's just walking and pulling, slow dragging him to the left, right? And that's all that conservatives have really done for the last forever, is try to conserve values, all traditional values, while the left is actually just is dragging the conversation, dragging the what's that expression? The window, there's an expression for like, the word is escaping me. For like common things that is discussed. Ovarian window? No, something like that. Anyway, progressive have pulled it to the left, right? So the stake has started over here, has been dragged to the left. And you're not going to save the West with that. Not going to save it. What you need is what me and my friends call the aesthetic right. Don't get me wrong, I don't believe it all. I'm not 100% in line with all like conservative values. I'm not a religious guy in the sense of tradition, in the sense of like organized religion. But I see the value in these things because I've seen where we're going. I've seen what's happened in the world. And I've seen the problems we've created from this. So we need to move back a bit, but I don't think it's going to happen. What you need is a thing called the aesthetic right. You need something that was dragging the conversation back in the other direction to create some kind of equilibrium. And right now, look at every conservative like conservatives tend to be kind of dorky. They tend to be kind of boring. You need something that's a bit more aesthetically pleasing. You need something that's a bit more inspiring, right? Like a dude who's like jacked and like is making a ton of cash and who gets laid all the time. But he's also but he also has like sort of traditional values. That's actually something that people aspire to and want to be like and want to emulate. And that is something that would drag society back towards the right. But we don't see that. We don't really have that. Yeah. You might say I'm trying to be somewhat of an example of that in my own kind of degenerate way, if be. And hence why I want to build a harem and pump out a shit ton of babies with these similar kind of values. But this is what you'd ironically run into a lot of conflict with conservative Christians all the time. Is they think because I do what I do, they think I have a particular set of values. I'm just taking advantage of the decline, if you will. I think there was another immediate comment underneath as well. I would say the main difference is the whole dehumanizing yourself. Oh yeah, because this video was about what's the difference between porn sex versus real sex, like real life sex versus what we do on camera. And this guy said I would say the main difference is the whole dehumanizing yourself and renting your body out for cash. Everybody who does a manual labor job rents their body out for cash. A bricklayer rents his body out for cash. The guy who works on a farm picking apples rents his body out for cash. The plumber rents his body out for cash. Because anything that's a physical level, like the guy who works a mine rents his body out for cash. The guy who's a lumberjack rents his body out for cash. The doctor rents his body. Anything that involves like an MMA fighter, for God's sake, rents his body out for cash. it is when we involve sex with it that people have a real problem with it. And if I'm being honest, like it's not dehumanizing. It is objectifying, which is fine because I'm consenting to being objectified, as is my co-star. She's consenting to being objectified. Who says this? I think it was either Rich Cooper or Myron Gaines says this all the time. Women are sex objects, men are success objects. This is how the opposite sex looks at each other. That's okay. That is to deny that is to deny reality. This is how we see each other. That is fine. It's not good or bad. It just is. You can deny it all you like, but denying reality doesn't make reality any different. It just makes you less prepared for reality when it bites you in the ass. And I get the idea of trying to make, sex like a sacred bond, a sacred thing between men and women. And obviously, like, chastity, virginity is still very, very, is even more so nowadays, is like prized in women because they're fucking rare. And we don't really see it very much anymore. And I fundamentally believe there is like, here's where I would kind of differ with a lot of like real conservatives, that I do fundamentally believe there is a place in society for sluts. But a society that is all sluts is a failed society, or a failing society, as we're seeing right now in the West. Where do we get to? There's a super chat up here somewhere. Overton window. Thank you, Primark. That's what I was trying to say. The Overton window, not the yes, not the ovarian window, which has something to do with uterus or pregnancy. Yikes. Where do we get to? There was a. Yes. Thank you, Stirling, for reading this specific comment and this comment. I had to do that. Good man, John. Yeah, Johnny Sins is busy. He does. He works out in Vegas now. Yeah, he bought a house with 2 master bedrooms with a huge pool. Has 2 salons. Well, good for him. Johnny Sins makes money, man. That guy makes some real money. Yeah, he makes real money. I have this girl coming to my house tomorrow night. Any tips for your first time? It's very vague. Kingley, where should we start? I mean, first question: do you have my video course? If not, get my video course. That basically answers any and every question you would ever need about this topic. Make sure you're dominant. Make sure you're leading the interaction. Will be the first thing I'm going to make sure. Don't be passive. Be leading her through the situation. You've got to engineer serendipity, my friend. Rage Guy, there is no graph of adult stars on the political scale. There's 99.99% of them are on the left-hand side, and then there's like me and a couple others who would skew to the right. Literally a couple. It's a very, very skewed thing. Black Sheep, for the birthday gift, $24.99. Happy belated birthday. Steak and potatoes from me. Thank you very much, sir. I will be spending this on steak tonight. It was my birthday yesterday, 4th of March. And I had a good time. The weather didn't quite agree here in Portugal. It was a little bit dreary, but we still had a good time. Interesting. Okay, so you get the Christian fundamental comment, Stirling, but do you get the fans DMing you asking for dick pics? I do, in fact, Zion. And there's a few. There's a bunch of those comments, obviously from gay dudes in amongst these TikTok videos I didn't want to bring up. But they're basically like, oh, you can practice on me, you can do this to me, you can do that to me. I'm like, okay, well, I've seen this. Like, this is my life. I'm used to this. It's sort of you get desensitized to it after a while when you're getting it all the time. You just roll along. David Boatage, good to see you. We've got a Portuguese person in the house. Good reminder, Black Sheep. Everyone go smash that like button. Thank you very much. I like this demeanor. Most conservatives are quiet and reserved, not drama llamas. I am stealing that phrase. The drama llama. I like that. Oh boy. Jim, Stirling is a good Christian. I just saw a video of him thrusting conservative biblical values to multiple women. I actually own my own a legit Catholic priest outfit because I have used it so many times. I've been cast so many times as a Catholic priest. I've had to buy an outfit. Yes, I'm burning in hell. I agree with this. We're going to need some claymores, yep, to protect my castle if the Dobermans can't attack. They might be Dobermans. They might be something else. It could be Rottweilers. I'm a big fan of Rottweilers. If you're not familiar, my long-term goals are to have a harem of 6 women with a castle and a pack of attack dogs to defend it. Possibly some horses too. I'm quite keen on some horses now as well. Yes, keep all the drama llamas out of my property. There we go, David Boatage, Stirling. Hope you're enjoying Portugal. Thanks for all the content you've been putting out. Thank you, David. You're welcome. Yes. Where we get to? I've got one more little thing to do. Miska, good to see you again. Smash that like button, and then smash her. Indeed. Thank you all for the belated birthday wishes. Much appreciated. The drama llama. I like it. There was one more that I wanted to show you here. What was this one? Oh, I think this is the one. This is the one that kicked all this off. That was the first one I ever saw, and I was like, "Dear God!" Just to round it out. This is a. God, there we go. I want to see it. So it was a trick. It was just a really simple tip for guys to last a bit longer in the bedroom, which is to engage the logical mind. That's what this little TikTok was about. It was something that one of my early mentors taught me, actually. Actually, it was both. It was something that one of my early mentors taught me, and then it was something a director taught me as well, who used to be a male talent, Hungarian guy, really good performer. He used to get this. He used to have to fuck in the snow in Hungary, in the Czech Republic during the wintertime. They would film pornos. They would go up a mountain, and it would be snowing, and they'd be like, yeah, knee deep in snow, and have to shoot a porno. That's talent. I don't think I could do that, but he did it. And his thing was to stop yourself from ejaculating early. One of the things you can do is you can start to engage your logical mind. So you can start to, and one of the ways of doing this is to count things. So he would count like tiles on the roof. He would count like floorboards on the ground. He would count like the blinds on the windowsill. Whatever was around him, he would just start counting things to take his mind away from the great sensation he was feeling, so he could last longer. And this genius here uses 716614. He obviously knows more about this than I do. Has said, "This is the guess I've heard." Yeah, right, buddy. Some people just are happy in their ignorance and misery. So they're not the ones. I'm out here to help. I'm out here to help you guys. Help you guys level up. Good to see you guys. See you exercising out here, Randall. Yeah, right. Some random person doesn't have the balls to put the name on TikTok, claims your advice is BS. Must be a 12-year-old. Probably a 12-year-old, to be honest. Yes. Excellent. All right, guys. I think that'll do us for today. I've had a good chuckle. I hope you've had a good chuckle as well. Hope you've enjoyed yourself. We will be back again on Monday. As always, just stay healthy, enjoy yourself, get out there, exercise, make some money, smash some broads, have a good time of it all right? And you take care, okay?